Alrighty, hello, hello. Hello, chat. We found some art. Oh, just like on the side of the road? I meant to say too. Huge. Alright, hello. We're trying something a little different on this evening. Um, oh, thank you so much for the follow, Beefons. Alright. We're trying something a little different today. My stream setup is a bit different than normal. So instead of doing our usual Minecraft Gambit, I have some art to do. I have a thumbnail to make for an upcoming episode of Life Count, and I figured this would be a perfect time to test trying to stream art. Everything should be working. Let's see. If I go to Oh, also, shout out to my buddy Ghost Film. He put me on his Spotify Premium plan. So now I have Spotify Premium, which means I can stream music ad free. So we can actually hear music, which will be awesome. Um, you guys should be able to hear the music. Let me know if it's like too quiet or anything. Um, but yeah, I also should have done the thing where hold on, my brain just blanked. The thing where like okay, so you know when like you hear the music during the stream, but like if you go back and watch the VOD, you made the audio track separate so you don't hear the music in the VOD and therefore you don't get a copyright strike. I should have set that up correctly. If I didn't, there won't be a public VOD of the stream because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But yeah, so enough of me yapping. I heard a sound go off. Hi, Bubbles! That's my friend Bubbles. I love him. Can hear sounds good. Awesome. Okay. So if I hit this magic button, you guys should be able to see my cool and awesome thumbnail. I whipped up a sketch. I wanted to make sure I had the sketch figured out before I started streaming. But yeah, if this goes well, I would love to stream art more in the future. Um, so we're working on a life count thumbnail. Um, I don't, I don't know if I can say the public the date for when life count episode 4 is coming out, but it's coming out soon enough that the editing is done and I'm able to work on the thumbnail, right? Was ultra killing, but I saw the notif of your stream. Bubbles, I'm your biggest fan. All right, so yeah. So I whipped up a little sketch. So we have some cool and awesome music. I'm actually going to turn up my music cuz I can't hear the well. You guys get to listen to my cool and awesome music. So, yeah, we're not streaming at our usual time. I actually did have work today, but I didn't have a very long shift today, so I still have energy. And I was like, hey, I have to do a thumbnail, and I've been wanting to try and figure out art streams for a while. I have done art streams in the past, but I think my last art stream must have been like 1 billion ago. Hoffen Inkle, I'm your biggest fan! Wait, since when was Hoffen sub to me? Wait, I think Emerald gifted Hoffen a sub one time. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Anyway. The sketch looks very nice. Thank you. So the title of this episode is going to be I believe I titled it Everything is Falling Apart. So, life count is going great. In case you guys were wondering. So, I've also been playing around with like a pen that I like to use for the thumbnail, you know. I used to go with hold on, don't look at my brushes, they're bad. Actually, where is the brush I used to use? It's called Soy Pen. I can't find it now for the life of me. No, it's at the top. I lied. I used to use this sort of brush for my thumbnails, but the way that it gets kind of like translucent at the end makes it like a bitch to color in. So I've been going with this one, which I can't pronounce this brush, but Phil gave it to me because Phil has 1 million brushes. Oh my god, my freaking foam! The ghostlet and the bumblet! Fuck! Hi, welcome to my art stream. I'm doing Ghost, do you like this? I'm doing the life count thumbnail. Nothing bad happened in life count session 4. Don't you know? What if I actually did line art though, instead of just talking about doing line art? That'd be awesome. So I'm excited. I've been missing doing art streams. I would love to get back into the swing of things. Ghostfam, you've propelled me to do art streams more because now I have music. Can I have that brush? Yeah. Uh, I got this brush from Phil, and I kind of don't know like anything about brushes, which is why I get my brushes from other people. But you could ask the Phil. Or if you can tell me how to send you the file on the computer, then I will gladly do that. Okay, I actually do I put the horn in front of the me when I say I'm gonna do an art stream and then I make two entire lines. Because I'm just that cool. I will say line art is like my favorite part of the process. If it wasn't obvious. I feel like my style is very line art dependent. Dependent? I don't know if that's the word. I love to watch people do art. This is my awesome bro. Sniffle. I don't know how I want the horn to come out because I never draw like his horns. I always draw the horns like coming out of his hair. I never draw them like coming out of his like skull because I feel like they're a bit farther back. But now I'm struggling with the. I hate line art. That's why none of my art ever gets finished. Let's combine our strengths and then we can have one guy that can draw. God damn, how do I want to do this actually? Maybe I start with these bangs. I also like to draw the hair. I feel like with my sketches, Bibby? Oh, if we combined us, yeah, I guess we would be Bibby, but I don't like that name. What was I saying? I was totally saying something before I said Bibby, but it's okay. Oh yeah, with my sketches, you're good. With my sketches, I feel like it's very obvious like what parts I'm confident in sketching and what parts I'm not because if I'm not confident, the lines are very thick because I've like gone over them. Like you can see the like the foot down here, I've like gone over that foot a lot because the like perspective of having it be like in the front and facing the camera like that perspective was hard for me, but the hair like I did the hair in one fell swoop, bro. If you hit three lines on your subtool menu, it should have a pop-up. Okay, I will try and send you the brush after my stream. My name's Bibby in a server I'm in, so I get called that, and it scared me so bad. Hello, B-Fonts. Welcome to my cool and awesome stream. How do I make his stupid bangs look? So this thumbnail is kind of like a metaphorical and also maybe not so metaphorical representation of how my episode 4 of Life Count went. Not to give away too much spoilers, but I did finish my cut of Life Count earlier today, and I was very proud of it. I'm pretty sure I already put a clip on Tumblr, actually, if anyone was interested. It is not a clip that spoils like anything. It is solely like it's a clip of like a ghost is talking to me, and I just like fully like I went back and I'm editing this clip, right? I don't know what happened. I'm saying something to Ghost, and then I just forget that I was talking, and he turns to me and he's like, "What were you saying?" And I was like, "Oh, was I saying something?" And it's like an embarrassingly like short amount of time for me to have forgotten what I was saying too. It's like 10 seconds. Okay. These lines are cool. Test stream, does it mean the stream doesn't count or something? Um I just haven't done the art stream setup in a while, and I'm testing out like having Spotify play music, but it's on a separate VOD track, so when I upload the VOD for the stream, you shouldn't hear the music. Because if you do hear the music, I can risk getting copyright struck, which I don't want, which would mean this VOD won't be saved. I should have done it correctly, fingers crossed. So, but if you were to go back later and you see that there's no VOD for the stream, that would be why. I have done an art stream before. It just was 1,000 years ago. I think it was in 2023. I am just trying to see if everything works correctly. I do like this brush though. I like playing around with like pen pressure a lot with my line art. Uh the line weight. And I think this brush is good for that. Also, I'm sorry if I miss anything in chat. I have to look at my freaking art. What playlist are you listening to, boy? I'm listening to a playlist that I haven't used in a while. Um but this playlist is called Twitching and Rithing. And it is a playlist I specifically made of like songs that I thought would be good to like stream to if I ever did get around to figuring out like Spotify stuff. So, like I kind of had a playlist locked and loaded and ready to go. It's most of my usual bullshit though. Dude, mining stream while listening to Green Day for 4 hours. Oh, cause twitching equals Twitch? Exactly! I'm saying! You get me. Obviously. Pretty sure like most of my Spotify playlists are public. I say most because I have a spoiler character playlist for my TTRPG character Kyle that I absolutely cannot make public because it would be very obvious what my character spoilers are. But I'd sent a playlist to Ghost and E because we were talking about like music recommendations, and I didn't expect them to actually like listen to the entire thing, but they did more or less, and I was very touched. I love the way you title your playlists. Thank you. What about the rithing part? I don't know, I just like I needed something that went with twitching, and I think when you're twitching, you're rithing. At least I am. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I always be twitching and rithing. What episode? This is the thumbnail for episode 4, which will be the next one to come out. And like I said earlier, this composition is like both literal and metaphorical of how my episode went. And I figured it would be a fitting composition. Everything is falling apart, and someone might have fallen. But it's okay. It's limited life. It's only an hour. I have 24 more. That's a lie. I think I do like this brush a lot better for my line art. More crisp. I've never heard rithing pronounced the way you pronounce it. Writhing? Is it writhing? That feels weird. Twitching and writhing. Oh my god, hi Hannah. It is writhing. Damn. I have I have always pronounced it rithing. Maybe I should kill myself. Oh, okay. She likes my way better. I always find myself being like, "Oh, did I draw the eye too big?" And then I actually decide that the eye is not big enough. My way is more fun. Thank you. Everyone loves Tippy Cap. Not big enough is almost the name of a Boy Genius song. Not big enough is something they have never said to me. Also. Isn't there a song from the hit movie The Lorax about making things bigger? I was actually talking about that song earlier today. I've never actually heard that song before. I'm making like a concept playlist. Um and I was asking for like recommendations and Jinx was like, "You should use one of the songs from the Lorax." And I was like, which one?" I thought there was just the one cool villain song. Wait, hold on. It's bothering me that my ping tuber, he like when he bounces up, you see that he's actually been cut in half. Test. Okay, yeah. Now you can't see my lack of a torso. It's embarrassing. Oh my god, hi Phil. Why are you awake? It's so late. Also, yeah, we're testing out an art stream. I'm so scared, but I'm so brave. I've been wanting to get back into art streams for so long, as evident by the fact that I had a stream playlist like ready to go. Anyways, y'all fuck with Iguana Death Cult. I don't have one of those things, by the way, that like I know some more professional polished streamers have like one of those things, like a bot or something on the screen that tells you what song is playing. I haven't set one of those up yet. I can definitely look into it, but for now, if you want to know the song, just ask. You don't think you've heard many Iguana Death Cult songs? Fun fact, bro. They're like one of my most favorite bands. Okay. They used to be my favorite band, but I would say within the past couple, like 2 years, I think I've been getting more into Green Day. But Iguana's still definitely up there. I saw them live once and it was awesome. They're definitely less well known, but they have really good stuff. You thought Iguana Death Cult and King Gizzard were the same artist? I could forgive that because they both are like have rather like they have similar naming conventions where they've got a silly, they've got like a reptile and a silly name. King Gizzard, sad fact about the playlist that I'm currently listening to is I did have a lot of King Gizzard on this playlist because I think Gizzard is like great stream music. But Gizzard, I believe, removed all their songs from Spotify, so I actually cannot listen to them on this platform anymore, at least for the moment. Sad. They do. I would agree, Hannah. I think Gizzard and Iguana Death Cult are also like similar vibes. This is Iguana Death Cult that's playing right now. By the way, I don't know if I've said that. LMAO. You can probably assume that it was by the fact that I randomly brought up Iguana Death Cult. Gizzard can sound like anything. Gizzard has a lot of variety. They're very experimental for sure. This on Spotify with no ads? Yes. I recently was added to Ghost Film's family plan. Also, I'm gonna head out because I really want to finish up this game so I can enjoy spoiler freedom when I wake up. But have fun. Love you, remember me forever. Hold a memorial and all. Okay, good night, Phil. We will hold a memorial for you. Uh. Maybe I'm the Kyle America. How do I want your eyes to look? Uh, I struggle a lot with like having the eyes look like they're looking in a normal direction. Do you feel me? Should be looking more forward, like he's looking up at the cool and awesome cave that he has fallen from, you know? Yeah. YEAP. Yep. They look normal to me. When I streamed recently, I still got ads, so it's kind of embarrassing when they show up. Yeah, I didn't have premium for a while, so I like always wanted to stream music, but I just didn't have a reliable means of doing so that wasn't gonna like play ads. The story of how I fell down badly in session 4 of Life Count is very entertaining, but I don't know how much I should say. It's very funny though, and it's also like entirely my fault. And I did have a water bucket in my inventory, and I thought I could make it, so I just like didn't even think to pull it out. Assuming I would have made the water bucket clutch anyway, right? I think you can water bucket clutch if you just believe. Well, I have bad news about Life Count episode 4. His name is Mr. Minecraft. It's true. I fucking love this song. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I saw Bumbles in chat and I was like, wait. Crazy spoilers, lol. Life count is a limited life, meaning that like we have 24 hours of time on the server. That goes down naturally, but if you die, you lose like an hour or two if you get killed by a boogeyman. So deaths are like less impactful in the limited life rule set. It is quite obvious that I have died based on this thumbnail. But what are my other deaths that episode? You'll never know. Bro, I've got boulders on my shoulders, collarbones begin to crack. Your best friend. Think it's unfair. Your situation. Dude, I miss Kyle. Hello, Lily Beacon. Welcome, welcome. I vividly remember discovering this song in my freshman year of college and listening to it during this album during all my like studio classes. The words they don't make sense. I also love limited life rules. Can I say I've definitely said it before, but everyone has their like life series that like they're particularly insane about, right? Mine definitely has to be not just life series, but also like life series and like team. Like you know, like Cherry Fire has Ren chanting. There's a lot of Desert Duo guys. My team that I'm like particularly insane about is Limited Life Clockers. That is my favorite team that has ever happened, and I would love to have another like you know in the future see a team that takes that place, but I just don't know. I love the Clockers so much. I think their dynamic is so fun. I really Limited Life is my favorite life series just because the rule set's really good. It's a really fun mechanic. I also just think that the all of the teams in Limited Life were very entertaining and worked very well. You had the bad boys, the mean gills, the nosy neighbors, the clockers. Who the fuck else was there? Is that all of them? Team ties or something. It was like the usual like Tango Impulse Skizz, I think. Um yeah. I just like and the fact that like they're so memorable. Like some of the other live series, like if you asked me to like remember who all the teams were, I might not be able to name them all, but like everyone just like had such a clear aesthetic and also were teams that just worked really well. So I was a fan. And the clockers are good and I'm biased also, and Scar's outfit was really good. The ranchers are very good. Apparently, Ren Chanting's making a comeback this season. I wonder if Cherry knows. At this point in my life, I assume that Cherry Fire knows everything about the Life series because she works behind the scenes a lot. She knows more than all of us, and her mind is huge. Unfortunately, yours is Desert Duo. You are allowed to like Desert Duo. It's okay. Gonna be real, I forgot I put the Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson soundtrack on my stream playlist. The Big Dogs were really good. I do enjoy Martin and Jimmy. I tend to watch Jimmy sometimes. Just I find Jimmy really funny. I think the song is on the Kyle playlist. Okay, in this musical, there's a song called "I'm Not That Guy," which Andrew Jackson sings. Um, and then it is immediately followed by a song that is called "I'm So That Guy." I know "I'm So That Guy" is on the Kyle playlist. I don't know if this is, but this musical kind of crazy, and I don't think it's very well known. Andrew fucking Jackson. It's like if U.S. history was written by Vivzy Pop. Another thing I love drawing is clothing folds. You know, like two songs from Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson. It wouldn't happen to be the two songs that I put on our character playlist, would it? That'd be crazy. Well, you know all the words to that one that's on the Vile playlist. I will cry. I feel like I put a song on the Vile playlist recently, but I can't remember what the song is. I think it was. It might have been from that one album I was listening to that I said sounded like Kyle if he was singing. Oh, you looked at it today. Oh, cheers, man. This does not surprise me. You know, I am looking at that shit every day. I do know this. I know this man. Oh, there might be a loud as fuck train going by my apartment. Yeah. Okay, I think it's past. I muted my microphone. Oh, 7 ads. My apologies. Thank you for sticking around and supporting the stream, though. I do not control the rate at which Twitch takes your money. This Will Wood mashup is a bop. True. I have a few on this playlist, I believe. They're by I want to say his name is Jaden Ward. Ward? They're really good. Also, I forgot to say thank you, Bumbles, for complimenting my line art. Thumbs up. Thank you. Bro, I've been editing since I finished the life count edit. I've gone back to working on the this. I did a Sonic Heroes stream a couple, I think like a month ago, and I've been turning that into a video as well. And I recently got up to a part where Bumbles says that I'm being very brave because the game is kind of hard, you see. Um, and you can see, at least it's obvious to me because I'm me, right? I can see myself in real time, like, hold back from making a self deprecating comment in my expense. And I just freeze, and then I just go, "Thank you, Bumbles," in like a very robotic tone. And Bumbles is like, "You're welcome to be." It's really funny. I'm getting better. Dude, I'm so happy Art Stream is working. You know how long I've been wanting to stream Art Dog, but I've either like not had like proper music to listen to, which God knows I need something to listen to while I'm drawing, or just like not had anything like interesting to draw, but I need to get a thumbnail done, so I was like, hey, why not? I don't like the song anymore. Heh. I control everything. Oh hey, more Iguana Death Cult. This is really nice to watch at this time of night. Hell yeah. I usually don't go for night streams, because I usually come home from work and I'm like tired and I don't want to stream or whatever, but today's our lucky day. You love watching people's processes? Yeah, man. I kind of last time I did an art stream was like over a year ago, and I remember like at one point I busted out my erase along the edges brush, and you know it's so used to I'm so used to it. I didn't like say anything about it. My chat was like, "What the fuck did you just do?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry. I should be like explaining what I'm doing." So I'm trying to like verbalize my process when I can. If you have any questions about what the fuck I am doing, feel free to ask. Lining is my favorite process for sure. If you could not tell. Can everyone get so Iguana Death Cult? An art stream, this will be peak. Yeah, man, welcome. We're trying art streams now. We do that here. Big day. Can you become more Iguana Death Cult? Can't get the end of your line strokes right. Uh, I wonder if it's the brush you're using or the certain pens have like I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna say it wrong, but like a taper, Taper. Like I have one like tapered pen that it has a setting for like you can control certain brushes. You can control like how much longer the line keeps going after you've lifted your pen off the canvas. Does that make sense? I pronounce it right. Cool. Digital art teaching is one of my jobs, so I should know how to explain these concepts. I'm fucking obsessed with this song, by the way. This is Dead Skin by Anita Velveeta. Reminds me of the Brothers Hawthorne, which are my OCs. That I didn't know, just thought it was a skill issue. Yeah, I would check your brush settings. Some not I mean not all brushes, but I believe some brushes will have that sort of setting where like it keeps trailing for a couple seconds after you've taken your pen off of the screen. What program are you using? This is Clip Studio Paint. I love this song. Dude, you probably saw it on Airbuds. I had a day I listened to the song like 30 times. Ole mole. I remember this. Aw, Bro remembers facts about me. Like I listened to the song multiple times. We do all have those days. I know this about you as well. Thank you so much, Maple. Hugs a collar and looks nervously at the day I listened to No. I was like, if I'm not gonna mention it, he's gonna mention it. The day that he listened to No Children by the Mountain Goats. Dude, I should cue up the ska version of that song. Hold on. Wearing those like a mirror, I saw myself. Hold on. No Children. We're listening to the No Children ska cover after this. You all have no say in the matter. In fact, I'm adding it to this playlist. Should we all die? No, not yet. I mean, I kind of am in this thumbnail. Hey, Tibby Nation, how we doing? Hello! We doing art streams now. Do you usually sketch out your ideas on paper or digital? That is a good question. I would say good like 80% of the time it's digital, but I do have times where I sketch something out on paper first. Could be for a variety of reasons. It might be I don't have access to my tablet at the time, like I'm out. Um, or I do kind of favor traditional art a little bit. I just like the feeling of like actually having like a physical pencil on paper. So sometimes I do be sketching traditionally, but I don't know if that's very common for others to do. I can subject you to the ska cover of No Children by the Mountain Goats. It's really good. Bumbles, you're like if a guy was No Children by the Mountain Goats and I'm No Children ska covered by the Mountain Goats. This is where we differ. Wait, no, this line should be curved this way. My foot is not that angled away from the camera, I think. My divorced parents swag. Oh god. Die. I hope we both. This is actually a very good song for my life count characters playlist, I would say. And his tendency to like enter 50 divorces. It stays dark forever. I hope it isn't over. And I hope you blink before I. And I hope I never get sober. Wait, what is that? Watch streak reached. You've watched 5 streams. Like of mine? I've never seen that before. That's sick. There is no sign of land. You are coming down with me. An unlikable hand. Die. Yo, since when do we have watch streaks? I've never seen that before. That's sick. Thank you for watching 5 of my streams, and thank you Maple Monarchy for watching 3 of my streams. That's crazy. Bro, someone tell Phil he's slacking. I've just never seen anyone redeem that for my stream. I fucking love this. How do you have a one watch streak, Bumbles? I feel like you are frequently in my streams. Who do you watch for this weekend's MCC? Um, I I actually never catch the MCCs live, unfortunately, because I am working during them like all the time. On rare occasion, I am able to catch them, but I get out of work maybe like with like 1 hour of MCC left, so I can usually catch Dodgebolt. That being said, that kind of wasn't your question, but I usually try and watch Cub LMAO. You work weekends? I do. I don't have a typical Monday to Friday. So Saturdays I actually have the longest shifts, which it's unfortunate because MCC is that day and a lot of Minecraft events are that day, but I cannot complain too much. I've got a pretty good schedule. Weren't you at TwitchCon? I was. I called out of work that week because it was TwitchCon, but TwitchCon was freaking epic, dude. Catching MCC live was amazing. Bax and I were actually part of the crowd. Nox Crew had some of the Rising folks help out with like distributing like merchandise to the crowds, which was awesome. They pulled us aside, and we got to walk backstage. So we walked past like, I'm not exaggerating. We walked past like all of the contestants, like, and I was walking with Bax, and like, obviously, we're very cool and normal, but we would pass by like, we passed by Scar and Jimmy, just like chilling, and we just kind of made eye contact, like, hey, that was Scar and Jimmy that we just walked past. And they handed us some lab coats, and they were like, can you guys pretend to be scientists and just like confuse the audience and throw merchandise at them? And I was like, you want me to confuse people and throw objects at them? I could do this. So that was a lot of fun. I ignore that I'm bad at drawing shoes also. What do you do for work, if you don't mind answering? I am an art teacher. I'm pretty sure I've said that before. Not just not at a public school, because then it would not make sense that I work Saturdays. Saturdays are my busiest days because those are the days that the kids are not in school. I do that, and then I also do content creation. Yeah, man. Art teacher, so you're old? No. I don't know how I got this job. Thank you for thinking the shoes are cool as hell. I never I always feel like by the heel I struggle. My feet look good in the sketch and then I line them and I'm like, huh? Blah blah. Have I not said that I'm an art teacher? I definitely have mentioned it. I struggle with the toe part of the shoe we should fuse, and then we'll both be bad at shoes. The teaching job is one of the longest like gigs I've had. TBH. When you get an art degree, sometimes you're kind of working odd jobs. I have last summer I had an internship where I was painting murals for children's hospitals. This I've also said before because I made that one tweet where one of our murals was superhero themed and I was able to sneak Hot Guy into the mural and I posted it on Twitter and uh Good Times with Scar was a fan. I missed that gig. Unfortunately, it was an internship, so it was not forever. Uh, I was a wedding painter once. I used to work at like a custom T-shirt printing place as well. I learned a lot about like the different types of methods that they use to print like t-shirts. So now I'm like very picky about my t-shirts. If that shit is not screen printed, I do not want it. I really need to stop you and the other artists aren't actually children. It would be bad if I was a child, considering some of my streams involve me drinking alcohol and playing Minecraft. But I am not that old. I was just made. Someone asked you to do a wedding painting for $10 in your dream. You should charge more than that. This shoe feels wrong and I don't know why. I'm glad you have standards, Bumbles. Aw, she was born and she immediately logged on to watch Tibby stream. Miles? What's going on in the world? Don't worry about it. Hello, Pyro Axolotl Dragon. We're doing art streams today. Perhaps since you're falling, we would see the underside of the shoe. Um, for this, the I see what you mean. The legs are kind of like he's kind of falling and flailing, so the legs are kind of like splayed out. So the leg is like slightly angled away from the camera, if that makes sense. Well, I don't think you would, unless it looks like really weird and I'm stupid. But that was my vision. Oh, she's typing with echolocation? That's so cool. That's really awesome that you know how to echolocate. I'm pretty sure that's a thing people actually can do. Echolocate. Not me though. Sorry. I didn't pick that kid up at spawn. Apparently some blind people can. That's sick. I guess that makes sense. Like, in order to like have an like insane skill like that, you'd probably need to like concentrate a lot. And if you are blind, then well, you can concentrate a lot on that type of stuff, like echolocating. I do the other part of it. Sure. This song might be on the Kyle. I don't remember. No, I think I put this song on the Wisp playlist. This song also, if you look up "Ain't Nice" by Viagra Boys on YouTube, one of hands down the best music videos I've ever seen in my life. About Vampires SMP. I actually have not watched Vampires, believe it or not. I might. I know it's. I see a lot about it online. I think it's coming to its finale soon. So I might binge someone's POV once that comes out. I kind of have no idea who I would watch though. Cool. Maybe I will catch it. Vampires got you into Avid. I I was in MCC with this guy, I believe. He's very nice. He was on Red Team, right? Or am I insane? Ruby's team. Wait, how the fizzity uck do I do the shirt? Because he's like falling, so like you shouldn't see this collar, right? Wait, this actually looks good. I mean, uh, this obviously looks good. Hold on. Hold on, I'm cooking. So, like he's falling and I'm wearing that like loose flannel, right? So it's coming up. How do I maybe I can get away with like hiding it behind the leg kind of. Sorry, I have to like zoom out to like figure out what the freak is going on. Sorry, I realized like halfway through the stream I didn't put my profanity warning on. So it's it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal, but it's also funnier to say what the freak is going on than what the fuck. I love saying what the dink. I always get people with what the dink. Like what the dink was that noise? Can I just like get away with this? Anything? I just leave that like that for now. IDK. Do not want to cut the entire layer. That's not even a little bit what I was trying to control Z actually. Dude, if I can be so real, I think part of the reason okay, well also just like in general I don't have a ton of time to like I used to be able to catch like to watch like several hermits like POVs in like season 9 and season 10. I feel like I don't have as much time to do that anymore. Uh Mostly because I feel like it was easier for me to catch up with SMPs when I was in school or when I had a job that I could listen to my own stuff. So like when I worked at the print shop or when I had the painting internship, I had a lot of time where I was like alone in a studio and I could like listen to stuff like Hermitcraft. Now that I'm like teaching, I obviously don't have the time to like pop in headphones and listen to something. Um, so that's part of the reason why I feel like I can't keep catch up with like SMP content as much anymore. Another reason is especially like the character driven like lore SMPs. I have never I don't watch them super often, partially because lore SMP sounds like so much fun and I feel like if I watched a like content like that, I would be so like it would just make me think about how like much fun I would have doing something like that. Do you feel me? I like I was a theater kid in high school. I feel like I mean I don't know for sure because I've never really done something like that, but I feel like I would be in my element in a lore SMP. I would have so much fun. You could technically say the life series are like kind of like that, but like there is like an aspect of like unpredictability and like kind of coming up with a character on the fly in like life series, while more lore driven SMPs where you actually like sit down and have a planned character arc. Like God, it sounds like so much fun. Maybe someday. Which Hermitcraft POVs have you been keeping up with? My main squeezes are definitely Scar, Joel, Cub. I love Joel's content style, dude. I like Cub and Scar are my convex goats, but like Joel, I get him. I get him so much. Um I also really like watching B-dubs, but I don't believe he's uploaded his episode 1 yet. Bumbles, I hope you get to be in another lore driven SMP. I'm sure you're freaking epic in them. The start of Joel's episode 2 is great. I'm saying I missed his like opening bit so much. I also love that his what did he say his theme was this season? It was like my theme is everything's fine. That's so fucking funny. He's just like me for real. I don't know, man. I get him. If someone made a Reddit post about me, like asking in earnest if I was manic, I would also not stop joking about it for the next 2 years of my career. Ooh, Bumbles, good luck with Symphony SMP. What the dink? That sounds so fun. Everyone shut up, Peak is playing. Sorry, this is Peacemaker by Green Day. It's one of my favorite Green Day songs of all time. The song is also why Kyle's knife is named Caesar. Half the reason. Uh Caesar is mentioned in this song and he likes the song. And also Caesar like the Pokemon, because it's his brother's favorite Pokemon and it has a double meaning. Hey. You don't even have a character yet. Ooh. Gotta start thinking, boy. My stupid. This song just like hits all my boxes. I don't know. I love like the lyrics, the flow, the way I'm a big fan of music that makes me feel like I'm being hit over the head with a hammer very quickly. Joy from Detroit, I drink from the well of rage. Feed on the weakness with all my love. It's like it's a little different from their usual style, but it's not too far off that I don't that I feel like it's not a Green Day song, you know? Also, like if you look up the lyrics to this song, there I found like an interview where like they were asked about this song and like its meaning, and like half the shit they were just like, "This sounded funny, LMAO. This sounded cool. Wouldn't it be fucked up if we wrote a song about revenge?" They're kind of awesome. Like I'm definitely one of those guys where like love songs are great, obviously. But I do enjoy when a song has like an interesting story, you know. It's part of the reason why I Ain't Done by the Crane Wives is my favorite song by the Crane Wives. Um I just feel like, you know, like this that song's telling a story, you know? Like it's not just like a song expressing like, oh, that this character feels this way. It's like this song is telling a story about this woman who goes out and cheats on her partner, and then her partner kills her and himself and the lover, and it's this and then she's like a ghost that haunts. But it's cool. It's freaking cool. You're getting a Crane Wives tattoo? And you do you know like what it's gonna look like? Fuck, there's got to be something. There's so much happens in the Crane Wives. This angle is bad. Hold on. Songs where you see the story play out in your head. True OC animatic material. Ooh. What album would you get? What's your favorite Crane Wives album is The Fool in Her Wedding Gown, I think? Okay, huge. I'm smart. Well, I'm smart and I knew that, so every song applies to an OC if I try hard enough. I can make any song about Kyle Tyler Hawthorne. I hope they release the vinyls just for you. That's crazy they don't have them for like every album. Society when Crane Wives does not have vinyls of all their albums, but certain artists are out here making like the same vinyl 5 times for each of her albums. If you know, you know. Oh, that's so sad. You do know Bumbles. I know you know. Taylor Swift should make less album vinyl variations and give some to the Crane Wives. I Twitch. I mean, like, get that bag. It doesn't affect me because I won't be purchasing Taylor Swift's vinyls. It seems a little silly, but you know, if people want to buy it, and you used to fall for it hook, line, and sinker. I mean, if you're buying a vinyl that makes you happy, it just seems a little silly from what I know about how her vinyls work. But I cannot lie, I don't really listen to Taylor Swift. I like the Romeo and Juliet song. Ooh. What is the journals? What in the Gravity Falls? What do you mean you had to collect all of Taylor Swift's journals? Okay, so when Lover was released in 2019, I didn't even know she had a album called Lover. So that shows what I know. It's actually a good one. Oh, finger is too close. Yeah, that looks good. I think. Yes. Released 4 different editions of Lover on CD, and they were all encased in these journals, and all the journals had different bonus content in them. Oh boy. Like, that would be more cool if it was, like, different CDs, right? But am I understanding correctly that it's, like, the same album with maybe, like, 1 or 2 different, like, bonus tracks? And you're buying, like, the same album 4 times just to get that, like, exclusive content? And we bought 4. Identical CDs? That's crazy. They should at least be like a little different, right? What do I know? Is it gonna be weird? Okay, is it gonna be weird to include his wings? Because like obviously like my Sona is a Vex and the wings are important. But also like he's falling. So would people be like, why doesn't he just fly away? The answer is for lore reasons, my wings don't work. Well, I was 13, that's how I was back in. Yeah. No, that's fair. You're like Icarus in this way. It's true. Broken wings. I was thinking about that when I was doing the sketch, and I was like, I think just like for lore purposes, like because I don't my no, I know for a fact my Sona is not the only one that has wings because like I'm think Koi has wings, Dreamer has wings. Like there are other life count members whose Sonas have wings. And we're just gonna say that like in life count you can't fly or whatever because of woke. Maybe Cap's tattoo would go crazy. No one get that image of SpongeBob before the ice cream truck falls on him. I also love drawing the wings. I remember I used to really love drawing like the shape of like bat wings because well you see when I was 7 and I was playing Sonic Heroes for the PS2, I was hyper fixated on Rouge the Bat and I would draw like Rouge the Bat in all my sketchbooks. You think I would draw other characters, but no, I just started making like bat OCs. So and live. Can you man up and draw more Rouge the Bat? Okay. Well, I will probably be including her in my thumbnail for when the Sonic Heroes video comes out. I once sent the thumbnail sketch idea that I had in my server, but I think only Jinx responded to it. So, you don't like me. Oh, and he remembers. You technically have a Tibby Caps tattoo, but you're just special. Yeah. So no one else is allowed to get one. You read everything in that server. I know this. I read everything in your server, Art. Let's be friends. Wait, so his wing would be like each. I do like you. You're my friend. I love spending time with you. And I'm very grateful that you're here. So like yeah. Dude, this line art like looks good. Sorry. I'm like, damn, I'm showing off for the camera today. This actually looks good. Because okay, I make thumbnails for all of my videos, right? And I actually find it very difficult like composition wise. And I have a lot of thumbnails where I look at them and I'm like, this is not my best work. But I like the way this one looks so far. So yeah, not to be all self-deprecating, but I am my own worst critic. And you know, sometimes you look at pieces and you're like, yeah, I could have done better on that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, chat. I should do more art streams. It makes me good at art. Oh, like, dude, maybe over like winter break when I'm off of work, I should totally like try and figure out like a magma stream or something. That would be fun. Although I've seen moderation for that get a little tricky just because like you have to make sure no one's like drawing over the canvas or anything. But it might be fun. Thinking if any of you guys remember when like Has-Been Hotel season 1 came out, Phil and I did that like magma. You can find it on Tumblr if you like go to my blog and search like Has-Been Hotel. It's the only fan art I've ever drawn for Has-Been Hotel. Where Phil and I did a magma where we really wanted to try our hand at like redesigning the characters. Because Phil and I love making character designs, right? Um and that was a lot of fun. I would like to do that again. I did a magma with friends the other night as well, but I was kind of high, so it wasn't that good. No, now I'm forgetting what the tail. What the tail? I always forget how I want to draw his tail shape. I like I like to imagine my Sona's tail is kind of like you kind of can't tell if it's a feather or if it's like a tuft of fur. And I kind of like that like ambiguity because I feel like it kind of ties in with like Vex lore a little bit, where one of the creators, one of the Minecraft devs, I forget who, said in an interview that the Vex is intended to look kind of like the halfway point between like a devil and an angel, which I think is sick as fuck because devils and angels are cool as fuck. Um, so I like the idea that the tail is also kind of like in that sort of ambiguous state where you can't tell if it's more like mammal or bird like, you know? Yeah, it's like a really soft feather duster, right? I also like to think that like it's kind of iridescent, like bug wings, you know. At least that's my head canon. Welcome to my twisted mind. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe I have a really irrelevant question, but it's very important. Oh, if Kyle had horns, what shape do you think? Fuck, that's a good question. And you know, when I was a kid, I had like a OC world full of like demons and like their horns like was important to like the lore of the world. So I do think about horn shape a lot. Oh my god. What shape would Kyle's horns be? Hold on. This is more important. Kyle, welcome to Life Count. Hold on, this is so important. I have to think about this. Because I haven't thought about this and that's like bad. I should have thought about this. Chat, for those of you who don't know, Kyle Hawthorne is my character that I've had for a year. And if you've like been on like my Tumblr at all I do is draw that guy. In case you're wondering who this is. I need to draw him. I need to think about it. This is like hornship is very important to me when I'm designing a character. He he is like muscle memory to me. I draw this character so much. There are over 500 images of him on Toy House, which not all me, but a good half are me. The other half is Bumbles. Bumbles. It's really funny. So Bumbles and I met because Jinx, our friend Jinx at AJ, uh, was wanted to do a Monster of the Week campaign, and Jinx invited me, Phil Bax, and Jinx's best friend Bumbles. And that was my introduction to Bumbles. So I didn't know him before we started playing Monster of the Week about a year ago, almost a year ago. Um, so we've probably known each other for about a year at this point, which is scary to think about that time passes. But anyway, my point of the story is I did not know Bumbles when I made my character Kyle. And I accidentally made like a character that is like perfectly like curated to like the specific type of favorite character that Bumbles has. Like obviously Kyle is my favorite boy. He's my shining star. I just didn't expect I just it like it's fine. I just didn't expect Bumbles King Bubbles. So, and I'm very grateful. I'm giving him his stupid hat, even though he'd have horns, because I drew his hair kind of flat in the front, like he would have his stupid hat on. Okay, if Kyle had horns, let's think about this. So Kyle, like, I don't think he would have like too crazy unique of a horn shape, because a big thing about Kyle is like one of the core themes that I had when I was making this character was that Kyle is like a normal dude in like most senses. Like because Monster of the Week has a lot of like magic and like a lot of characters are like you could be a monster, a creature, you can do magic. And I specifically was like I think my friends are all going to make like wizards and clerics and stuff and I think it would be fun. It would be a fun group dynamic if I specifically make a character that is not like that is like he's normal. He's not he doesn't have magic powers. He's a normal human dude. And he's like very average and like physical, like he's like average height, average builds, like he's kind of just boy normal. So I don't think he would have too like crazy of a horn style. Um like I don't think he would just have like normal. I'm inclined to say maybe like I think I like maybe this, like the going backwards kind of, but maybe a bit smaller than that, actually. I don't think he would have big horns. Hi, E. We were drawing the life count thumbnail, but then Bumbles asked what shape Kyle's horns would be if he had horns, and now I have to think about this. I'm thinking he has like curved horns, but like curved towards the back. And I don't think like I think they're normal, like average size. I don't think they're super. Oh my gosh, E, thank you for gifting. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Oh my god. Hello? Thank you. Hey man. Wait, wait, I need to show E the thumbnail. Why did I hear this? Oh, now it's just gonna play the sound 5 times. That's one thing I need to do. I want to make a like have something unique, like something unique that shows when a sub is gifted or whatever. I need to like have something cool. But yeah, thank you so much, E. Hold on, E. Look, meet meet meet. It's my freaking thumbnail. I finished my editing cut of Life Count episode 4 today. And so all that's left to do is the thumbnail. And so I've been wanting to get back into art streams, especially now that Ghost has given me Spotify family plan. Wait, what's this moment? Oh, E. Um, okay, you know what? E gifted 5 subs. As celebration, I will provide more context for this. Life Count episode 4 spoilers. You guys are getting this exclusive information. So at the very end of the session, I go to the nether and it's very precarious and I'm by myself. Because like literally everyone else in the session was like doing a bit and I think I was like kind of tired at that point and I just decided I didn't want to go. And so while everyone was off doing this other thing, I was like, "Oh, I need to go to the nether because there was some materials that I needed to get." It will be clear. It will be clear in the episode what I meant to go grab, right? Um, so I'm in the nether by myself, and it's very precarious. And I fight the blazes, and I win, and I get set on fire, and I don't die, and it's really awesome. And I fight the piglins. I do it all. I don't die at all. I'm feeling pretty good about myself, right? I go back into the portal. The portal's in a really like precarious place too. Like for some reason, the nether portal on the server is like deep down in a cave. I think because someone used a lava pool to make it in like session one. So the portal's in a really precarious place. It's in like a deep slate cave, and you have to. It's very vertical cave, so you have to climb back up. Um, I'm climbing back up this cave. There's unironically there are 3 minutes left in the session before the session is over. And I say and I quote, "There's 3 minutes left in the session. I'm allowed to I'm allowed to brag about not dying after that, right?" The I want to say like the third to last step that I needed to take to get up this staircase is when I fall and it's like right after it is comical the way that it is right after I brag about having not died once the entire session and there's 3 minutes left and I'm like there's no way I'm gonna die the rest of this session, right? And then like a minute, maybe not even later, I fall to my death. And I had a water bucket in my inventory, but I notably don't use it because there was like a pool of water that was like kind of nearby. And in the moment, I was like just trying to aim for the water pool that I didn't know that I had the water bucket in my inventory. So yeah, that's what happens in life count. And my episode is going to be called Everything's Falling Apart. And this thumbnail is kind of like both a metaphorical and a literal depiction of what my episode was like because I fall and maybe my relationships also fall apart a little, who's to say. So yeah, hasn't edited his episode. Gulp. I finished mine today. I was like, God, I need to get this done soon. Anyway, so that's my cool and awesome story. Be sure to watch Life Count. Thanks. I hope you guys enjoyed my cool and awesome story. I finished my episode 3 on Tuesday! Feel sorry for the people who are on edge the whole time because of the thumbnail. Right, and that's another thing, is that I fall literally like 3 minutes before the session ends. So I figured that like having the thumbnail being me falling is also good because then the viewer is like waiting for that to happen, but it happens towards the end, so you know, it encourages you to watch the whole time. Why did I just get something called a hype chest? What is this? I just got an emote. Did you guys get that, or is that only on my end? Twitch just gave me an emote. Thank you? Man, I don't know how this works, but thank you. Hype chest. Yeah, it's the hype chest. Okay, now we have to color it, which is scary. Oh, Bumbles, did I answer your question about the horns? Sorry. My freaking Kyle. It looks like I've like drawn devil horns on him to like be mean. You know in like cartoons when someone like scribbles devil horns to be mean. Tin Can, I finished my thumbnails 3 days ago. Your thumbnail is so good. I'm so excited. Your thumbnail also captures a moment I greatly enjoyed. It was great for my character arc. You have an emotion about him. Why is Kyle me IRL? Dude, hold hands with me and Bumbles because I am also Kyle IRL and Bumbles is also Kyle IRL. But you actually have Kyle's hair. No, Bumbles, you don't get it. E like actually has the Kyle hair. I've seen it with my eyeballs. Jealous, by the way. Maybe one day. I've low-key been growing out my hair a little. And a Green Day shirt. Okay. Uh, okay. Then I have this so I can like color pick. You can see I was using a different brush in my episode 1 thumbnail. Um but as much as I love this brush, the sort of the way it kind of fades off at the end made it kind of hard to color like the lines. So I wanted to try something that's a bit more angular, um, and has more like line weight, because I feel like my grasp of line weight is pretty decent. Maybe you go back to your red hair after this. Let's all go back to our red hairs. Wait, the hand is bothering me. I feel like it should be angled. Am I crazy? No, I'm not crazy. It should be angled more. Right? Yeah. I feel like that looks better. I don't think his wrist should be angled up that much. Maybe the life count was the art improvement we made along the way. True. But yeah, your thumbnails are so good. I especially am very excited for the episode 4 thumbnail. The composition is so smart too. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, as much as I love doing my own thumbnails, I might be the overthinker when it comes to like the composition aspect, because I feel like that's important, because like a thumbnail needs to be eye-catching. It needs to tell you a lot about what's going on. You need to keep in mind like where your key points of interest should be. Like the bottom right corner, you really don't want to have anything too important, because that's typically where like the timestamp goes. It's hard, man. I know I struggle with it. Okay, I like this better. Unless you're Etho, you can take a screenshot and call it a day. Bold of you to assume. Sometimes when I don't feel like drawing the background in the thumbnail, I do just like take a screenshot. My Artimator episode 5, the one with L, I just took a screenshot of the West Church. I was like, I'm not drawing that church. So happy for you, or sorry that happened. Handsome men. Okay. What if I name my layers? Did I make a going live post? Pulls out my phone. My phone's on 1%. That's awesome. Hold on, I should do that. Ko-Fi bot. Yeah, you guys love my Ko-Fi bot. Thank you. I don't know how that happened, by the way. Which you'd think I would know how that happened, because I'm like here all the time when there's a stream, but it's a long story, is it? One man's laziness is another artist's choice. That cosign, because that's some real shit you just said. Hey, you little piss baby. You think you're so fucking cool, huh? You think you're so fucking big game for someone with such a small cock. Dude, the song reminds me of Money. That's my new bit on the Artimator SMP. If you saw Cherry's stream yesterday. I will try and stream Artimator SMP sometime this week, because I've been working on a big build for an event that I plan to host. The theme is money. Shadow Tibby Money Gang. And can I need to say how fire your playlist was? I was listening to it earlier. Oh yeah, I mentioned that earlier. How like I was me, Ghost, and E were talking about music, and I sent them a playlist for a lot of my like alternative like rock indie stuff. Um, and they were like, "Thanks for this. We're gonna sit in VC and like listen to it together," which is like I just did not expect that. But that playlist is a piece of my soul. So I was very happy that you guys listened to it and you liked it. Let me first block this in. I mean, to four bands, name the bands. What bands did I get you into, boy? Okay, so last time I did this on stream, people were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So let me explain what I'm doing this time. I'm sure there's many erasers like this that you can get for Clip Studio and any art program where you can download custom brushes. But I have an erase along the edge brush, which just kind of speeds up the process. Uh, so see how when I erase, it's like very clearly like it knows to stay to keep what's in the lines. It's incredibly convenient. Especially I'm able to use it in my art style because my line art is like very I'm very particular and precise when it comes to line art. And then I'm kind of lazy when it comes to coloring, if I can be real. Paint bucket tool gang. But yeah, this is super convenient. That's so cool. Yeah, there's a. I'm pretty sure I have one of this on Ibis Paint as well. Just search up like erase along the edge erasers. I feel like they're common. Also convenient as fuck. And that way, this should keep any like weird little white pixels from. Also gives you a good chance to look at the silhouette. Or like with the pose, I tried to make sure that like no like limb is sort of crowding over each other. So it's a very clear and concise like what's happening, especially for a thumbnail if someone's like scrolling past really fast. That's kind of my process. Would you guys still love me if I use the paint bucket tool? Iguana Death definitely yes. Yeah, I basically have like every Iguana Death Cult song on that playlist just because like I think like unironically there are a few Iguana Death Cult songs that I do not like. And isn't that the best when you have an artist that you're like, I don't dislike any of your songs. We've been listening to a lot of Iguana Death Cult on this stream as well. You love watching other people's art processes. I personally feel like uh I can't really I don't really watch art streams that often just because watching someone draw just like makes me want to draw, you know? Which I guess is why I'm the streamer. You ever make time lapses of your art? Not anymore. I used to like years ago. I also okay, this is kind of an out of pocket story, but I used to when I was like 13, I made a fan made like Danganronpa series that kind of was decently popular. um but in Danganronpa there's the clips of when you find a dead body, and there's kind of this like particular zoom that they will do on the character art. Um that's very specific. And I was 13 and I did not have any fancy editing tools. I just had like my iPod Touch, and I was like, so well, how do I make this cool? Like, how do I get this zoom in style that is reminiscent of the Danganronpa games? And my hack, what I would actually do to make these videos is I would just like put my art in a time lapse, and I would just zoom in um like on very specific in like a very specific way, like it was a camera, and then I would speed it up, and it managed to like kind of, I would say, decently mimic the like the art style, not the art style, but the editing style of those like clips from Danganronpa. At least for being a 13-year-old with an iPod Touch, and so I would use time lapse skills to do that. That's my fun fact. Also, okay, I know I pulled up, this is my very first thumbnail for life count, but I think I need to pull up a different thumbnail because this is the first one, and like the colors, I'm not like, I don't have the right colors. Hold on, I have To Be Nice. He's got the most accurate colors. Hello, To Be Nice. Like, see what I mean? Like the red on the flannel that Phil is wearing is like too it's too saturated. If you look at my pink tuber, I don't know why I didn't like color pick directly from my Sona. Oh, I put him on the stream? That's not what I meant to do. Hello? Him off my stream. That's so scary. You know what? Fine, we'll keep him here. I have Streamlabs open on my second monitor. That's not my tablet, and so I control C in the wrong. What the fuck? That's so scary. I was like, why didn't he appear in Clip Studio Paint? And then I looked over and he's on my fucking stream. This guy. Okay. I think this song is on the Kyle playlist. Never ever. Sitting up. Okay. I am also pretty happy with how you draw me, if I may be so bold. You make me look very, very cool and very nice. I hope I also do you justice. Your Sona is very fun to draw. Oh, he twirls his hair. This band is called Night Gaunts, and I am shocked that they're not more popular. You'd kiss yourself? I know this about you. Fucking terrifying. Oh, fuck his other arm! It's okay. And Ken gave us more bands. Points to my music. I've given. Wait, okay, you said I introduced you to like 4 bands. Do you actually have 4 bands? Because I must know. Iguana Death Cult. Listen to Night Gaunts. This band is called Night Gaunts. This album, oh god, what's the name of this album? It's the pink one with the astronaut. Conversations with Creation, I think, is the album. Not a bad song on that album, TBH. Oh my god, wait. Shut up. This is my favorite song off of that exact album. I didn't plan that. This is $8 by Night Gaunts. It's really fucking good. Goodbye, Warren. Thank you for hanging out. Blinded from the heat, baby NYC, and a block full of foreigners setting up the beat. Feeling us all looking up at these walls we gave. That's so funny. I was like, this album is really good, and then the next song that comes on is my favorite song off this album. Not planned. 15-hour long playlist, by the way. It is a paid actor. Dude, do you ever predict what song is gonna come on next on Spotify, and then you start to think you have powers? Hey, does that look normal? Yes. But I forgot his arm. Brooklyn's Tuesday. Okay, cool. Huge. I'm the hugest to ever do it. Oh fuck, you know what I should include? My fucking necklace. Hold on. I made a mental note to do that and then I didn't. What do you mean you don't want Holiday to play SJ? I'll cry in front of you. I fucking love Holiday. Holy shit, I walk away for 2 seconds and you have colors on there. Yeah, I'm kind of like if a guy used the paint bucket tool. Fucking. Oh, I misread. I misread what you said. I thought you were saying you didn't want Holiday to play. Just like in general. My fault. I now associate the song Holiday by Green Day with a story from TwitchCon, and then we do the flashback montage to TwitchCon San Diego. Um, we were driving. Ghost was driving us back to the Airbnb, but there was 6 people in our group, and there was 5 seats in the car. And we decided it would be best for me to sit uh, half on Anpan's lap and half on Bax's lap. Um, and it was a little precarious. It's not the first time that I have been that I have done that because I had done that in college before as well, where I would be I'm kind of lanky, so I am if someone needs to sit on someone else's lap in the car, it's gonna be me. I'm small, um, and so during that Holiday by Green Day came on, and Ghost said he had specifically turned on Green Day to like calm me because I kept like almost hitting my head on the roof. Oh my gosh, hi Shep. Hi, I was just telling a story from TwitchCon where I was sitting in a car that had 6 people in it, but it was meant for 5 people. Feeling like a mom that's hashtag peace, love, and positivity. Aw. Well, I hope your night is going well, twin. Thank you for hanging out. joins as I'm describing illegal activities being done at TwitchCon. Do not tell the cops I wasn't wearing a seatbelt. In my defense, Your Honor, I didn't have a seatbelt on, but Anpan, like, had me locked. I was not going anywhere. We already heard the song. Why is it playing again? Actually, it's American Idiot, so I don't care. Maybe I'm the Kyle America. I actually don't know why it's playing again. I might have. Okay, my theory. I might have just accidentally put the song on the playlist twice. The song is on every single playlist I have. It's just, American Idiot was my most listened to song last year's Spotify Wrapped, and there's a good chance it will be again this year. I miss the Airbnb AQ as well. Has Flower Tubby been there the whole time? Yeah. Well, no, no, he hasn't. What happened was I meant to copy paste him into this canvas so I could color pick him for the character art. And what I accidentally did is I hit copy paste and I thought I was on my monitor that I'm drawing on, but I was actually on the screen, my second monitor that I have Streamlabs open on. So when I hit Control C, Control V, I accidentally put Tibby Nice in Streamlabs, which is not what I meant to do. But I figured we'd just leave him here because it's funny. So that's my Tibby Nice story. Can we get some Tibby Nice in chat? Oh my god, you have 11 Tibby dollars, basically. Ghost Home is slacking. Wait, can you guys, like, make it a competition to have more Tibby dollars? I know, actually, I'm pretty sure Phil has you guys both beat. Phil had, I know he had like 13,000 at some point, but he also uses the text to speech a lot. Oh my god, Tibby Nice in the chat. Yay. Yay. Okay. Wait, hold on. I have to take off my cool and awesome flannel. Anna's cooking a meal, and now it's hot in the apartment because there's a stove. It smells really good though. Wait, and I should drink water. Dude, my chat has you guys beat. The Lady K is 16,000. SJ is 18,000. First time chatter Octofresh, you have 24k. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for saying hello in chat, and thank you for having 24,000 Tibby points. Why does this look weird? What did I do? Did I? Why does it look weirder on the... Dude, what did I do? Oh, it's because the line art layer is at half. I see. We're so back. Shout out to lurkers. Dude, I'm so sad. I tried to set up like the exclamation point lurk command and it worked for like 2 streams and then it just stopped working and I have no idea why. I apologize for that. Because it like I didn't change anything. If I do exclamation point lurk right now, yeah, it just doesn't work. I think I asked like Bax about it, just because Bax is very knowledgeable about stream stuff, and Bax is like, yeah, that just like happens sometimes. So we had exclamation point lurk and we had also had uptime and they just like stopped working. And like I didn't touch it at all. It just decided it hated me. Let's lock the line art layer so I don't accidentally color on the line art. Oh, the command is a lurker. Wait. Colors on your soda are so nice. I kind of want to take a bite out of him. Thank you. Well, let's see. You see, my favorite colors are, well, teal is my favorite. And my second favorite color is like kind of the polar opposite of that. Like hot pink, like hot pink that's so hot that like it's almost red, but it's not. You know, like you know my profile picture everywhere. That the background, that color, yeah. Um, so while I don't have any like hot pink in my Sona per se, I have that color kind of like in the flannel and the hair very muted. Go, oh my god. Ghostphone, thank you for gifting 5 subs. Bruh. I get so scared when Withersun is in my chat, bro. Ghostphone, you already let me on your Spotify plan. You don't have to do that, but thank you. Why? Stop! Please. You don't have to do that. Thank you, E, for gifting 5 more gifted subs, gift subscription, give, yes. Bro, I get flustered, stop! Enough. I fucking love this song. Stop awing me! I'll kill you! Voice crack, I'll kill you. Bro. No, I'm not alright. You noticed the voice crack, but you weren't gonna say anything. It's okay. I will always point out my own flaws. Stop awing me! I'll kill you! Local streamer receives 15 gifted and threatens to kill his chat. I am not cute. That's a blatant lie. I'm a cutie pie. Smile. Roleplay my fan art? What? What do you mean roleplay your fan art? I was about to make a joke. I do not know if I can make in a Twitch chat, but just know I was going to say something and it would be very funny. I mean, I don't care. I'm assuming you mean like if Twitch will ban you. You are my friend, Bumbles. I trust you forever. Well, I know you wouldn't care. You would laugh because I'm funny. You are funny. Can I still know your joke? The pause? No, I did. I paused because I was focused on the art. Stop! You know I think you're funny. I laugh at all your jokes. You've told me about how you get confidence boosts because I laugh at every fucking joke you make. My chat is against me. You all don't like me. Some of my jokes aren't even funny. Okay, so when I say that I don't think my own jokes are funny, you get mad at me. So, but you're allowed to say it. Ghost, what do you mean Bumbles you're funny? I think Bumbles is funny! I laugh at all his jokes! Bumbles, say I laugh at all your jokes. Also DM me the joke, I want to know. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Bumbles. I mean, they are. They're all sending popcorn emojis. I hope you guys know, like, I'm realizing, chat, you don't know. This is just how my friends and I talk all the time. I fear. I'm not even playing it up for stream or anything. Welcome to my Twister mind. You be worse. Are you sure about that? Is a twister on the mind. I don't even know what that means. It's like, welcome to my twisted mind, but you say it and it's funny. I don't know what joke you're making. The uptick in flirting with my friends has been astronomical recently. Yeah, I wonder why, Bumbles. It's one of my many skills. It's Ghost's fault. He has that effect on people. I just expect this from MCYT and their fans. MCYT is a very gay space. It's very awesome. I don't know if any of y'all watch Highcraft by C Scoop, but I've been having a delight watching his latest video, which is when he does like the 24-hour SMP. I'm reminded of it because there is a lot of gay. You can hold on. Chat is like actually moving faster than I can read it. What are you guys on about? When you guys homoerotically kill each other, can you include Tibby Caps in that? Thanks. Bumbles and Ian Ghost and also Tibby Caps. Thanks. I thought we were supposed to make up Bloody Style. Bro, the river. I just like raised my eyebrows in a very gay, knowing way that you could not see because I don't have face cam. What if we all kill each other in a gay way? Hey man! Welcome to Life Count. I don't know who's making out with who anymore. Me either, I just want to be included. Dude, there's a bit in Life Count episode 4, which is it's fresh on my mind because I just finished editing it, right? And there's a bit where I'm with like Ghost and Koi and Dreamer, I think, and we're all like reminiscing on the fact that we all have a lot of like gay situationships going on right now, and it's a lot of like, wait, I thought I was doing a gay situationship with Phil. Why do you have a gay situationship with Phil? And everyone's like, the bit is like everyone is realizing that we all have like 5 different like gay plot lines going on with our characters. And when there's like a beat where no one is talking, I just go, yeah, I'll marry anyone that's nice to me once. And like no one says anything after that. It's like everyone is going back and forth like, wait, but if you're doing a bit with Phil and I'm doing a bit with Phil, then who's driving the plane? Blah, blah, blah. And I just go, yeah, I'll marry anyone that's nice to me. He was so real for that. Can you give your life guy a decapitation scar for parallel life? Thanks. Yes. I can't because you can't see his neck here, and also he wears a turtleneck. But maybe that's why he wears a turtleneck. Le bit. So much closer I have ever known. Wake up. The hair. Dude, he said falling. Just like you've been looking at chat so much you missed the shading. I don't shade a ton, or at least I don't do very complicated shading for the thumbnails. But I have been adding like the gradients and stuff to my guy. My guy is like his I like that like his fingertips turn kind of like blue at the end, like because he's got all the Vex magic in there. When Ghost was making my skin for the Tipsy Tourney, he was like, "How come your Sona like on your Minecraft skin, your hands are more like gray than the rest of your face?" And I was like, "Cause it's my freaking blue fingers." I freaking love Vex magic. Oh, you're divorced. This is just like No Children by the Mountain Goats. Oh my gosh, hi Cal! Cal Hope Pedal in my stream gets so joyous. I miss being homosexual with people. Bumbles, I can't even make the joke that I want to make of, oh, I'm so good at doing homoerotic roleplay with people in a life series, it should be my job. Because I do make money off of it, so it is already kind of my job. Being homoerotic with people in a life series is my job. Hit me up any day of the week. And also, and another thing, Bumbles, we already do this thing where we play Monster of the Week together on a semi-weekly basis. And we are very good at bouncing off each other and our because of our character dynamics and our cool and awesome. I think if we were in a life series, we would be unstoppable. If I may be so bold. I would like this job too as well. I believe in you. Wait, this is kind of a fitting song. Right? Isn't this the song where he's like, I'm falling? But you can say I'm plastered, cause I hit the wall. Lost count after 21. Wait, this is bad. Hold on. You heard gay things about me? Wait, who's gay? Almost is gay. I see the way you look at Kyle. I don't really want to do this. Even when I'm in Critical Role. Want him bad. Sobriety, I killed two birds with one stone. What the fuck? What am I trying to do? I need to move the thing up. Try to see the glass full. But I'd probably just drink that too. Marbles is still trying to get into your stream. It's just been taking forever to load. They've been loading it for the entire time I've been here. They've been here the whole time! Well, hello, Marbles. I miss you. I'm coming down and I'm taking you with me, yeah. I'm bringing the water to the horse. So bring me the hair off the dog that bit me, yeah. What did it have a little more? Gotta go back to editing. I'll miss you. But I'm very excited for your content. Oh, they're gonna go back to editing. Oh, 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 oh. I will miss you guys. Thank you very much for being here. I enjoyed talking to you guys. Also, thank you for the subs. No more. Don't do that. Marble Groves, thank you for the follow. OMG, thank you, Marble. Marble, not that you would know anything about this, but I'm actually working on my thumbnail for episode 4 of Life Count. which is a server you would know nothing about, and you definitely haven't been on. You definitely weren't in this episode as a substitute for anyone. One less person to do yaoi. I am always here. Kicks a fucking rock. I'm right here! I've never participated in yaoi. Okay. Okay, Marble Groves. You want to do yaoi? Yeah, have you seen me? I'm the king of doing yaoi with my friends. You do you not okay, Bumbles, do you not remember the time that me and Phil were going back and forth and you told us, quote, it would be less gay if I went out right now and made out with a woman than whatever the hell you two have going on. But were like your words to us. You did say this. I know. I thought it was very funny. I think you also said this about me and Ghost as well. Just take the coaster home. You say that while mythical sausage exists. I will take the throne. Basement. I would get down on the earth like say in the night sleep and wouldn't be annoyed. He's very yaoiful in this way. Thank you. I didn't expect an art stream to be so yaoiful, but I forgot who I'm friends with. Bumbles. I would ask to know what you're drawing, but I might know based on the fact that you asked me a question about Kyle earlier. Unless I'm wrong and you're not drawing Kyle, and I'm just like the most evil guy. If Withersun survives, it will be yaoiful. There is a point, and I know I keep bringing up things that happen in Life Count Session 4. It's fresh on the mind, okay? I just got finished editing it. Um there is a point where like Ghost and E are doing a bit. I think there's a train going by. If you guys hear that, apologies. Um, there is a bit where like Ghost and E are doing like toxic yaoi RP, and like Ghost is acting all like mad at E and like walking off and stuff, and E like turns to me and says something like, "Oh, like I can't believe him, right, Tibby?" And I look at E and fully honestly, I just go, "I don't even know what you guys are fighting about this time." Like I felt bad that I couldn't like be more like involved in the bit. I just genuinely like they fight so much that I didn't know what they were fighting about this time. There's nothing wrong with my Minecraft marriage, by the way. We're perfectly stable and healthy and things are going great for us. Okay, I think that hair looks good. Is it even worth remembering? Dude, whenever Little Soldiers by the Crane Wives comes on, I think about the time I played Peak with my buddy Bax. Um, and we were listening to the same playlist and Little Soldiers came on right as we approached the volcano, the final level. What is it called? The kiln, which was a very fitting song. Um, because also what ended up happening was that Bax died right. I made it to the end and I won the peak or whatever the fuck. I got to the end of the peak. I made it to the top of the peak. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, and Bax had fallen like like 5 feet from the top. So it was a very doomed moment. You guys are so lucky to have Yowie. Some might say. Willowbrook Hideaway. Okay. I think colors are done. I will probably put some basic shading on this, but first I want to color the land art. Maybe I miss you. I miss you, Bubbles. But it's okay, we're here. I'm very grateful that you're here. I haven't done an art stream in so freaking long. I'm also not streaming at like a time I typically stream at. So I was like I had the real fear of like well not fear but like thinking ahead like there's a good chance that there might not be a lot of people that tune into this stream and I might not have a lot to say if I don't have a lot like on my mind or anything to like really bounce off a chat with. So which would have been fine because you know you never can predict. But my point is that I'm very grateful that you guys are all here and I can chat with y'all. My Jinx! Ah! My fucking Jinx! Hi, Jinx. Sorry, I got excited. He gifted you a sub? Yeah, he does that. Hi, Jinx. Enjoy your sub. Do you hate me? I think this is the first time I managed to catch an art stream. Yeah, that would make sense, considering I haven't done an art stream in 2 years. But welcome, Nan. I know you from Emerald's chat. Yeah, my excitement is justified. I saw Jinx. Everyone leave me alone. If my voice ever did a cringe noise or a crack, it didn't. And it's my stream, and I can say whatever I want. It's true. So you were listening to the suckening. I've been trying to get back into the suckening. I was talking on stream earlier about how I don't have a ton of time to like listen to things anymore. Um, but I'm doing my best. I'm like halfway through episode 8. What are you up to? Dude, one thing I love about teaching digital art is teaching people about Alpha Lock. Blows their fucking minds every time. Got like half through episode 6. That's so awesome. Who's your favorite character in the Suckening Jinx? Safe Ship Harbored was never like my favorite Crane Wives song. Not song, I'm sorry. Album. Not that I didn't like it. My favorite Crane Wives song ever, I Ain't Done, is on that album. Um I just hadn't like I guess I'd been sleeping on a lot of the other songs on the album, but I noticed when we were at TwitchCon, this album would come up in the car a lot when we were when I was with Ghost, and I was like, wait, this is kind of awesome. So I kind of listened to this album more because of the Ghost. Is all your line art on one layer? All of my line art is, yes. So I when I line my line art style is very kind of like clean. The line art is my favorite part, frankly. So it's all on one layer. That's the wrong layer. It's all on one layer. And then I have my flats on another layer. I will probably do another layer that's just like simple shading, but because this is a thumbnail, I'm not gonna like render it crazy style, you know. I agree. It's hard to pick a favorite in Suckening, but I love Amizel and Shiloh. Amizel, well, I'm biased. I Amizel is very Kyle to me, but OC associations aside, he's so funny. Bro, you're not even ready. The bullshit he pulls in episode 7 is so it's so my bias. I love whenever Amizel and Shiloh interact. They're always really funny. Kind of Kyle and Bill. Sorry. Sorry for making everything about my characters. Well, character. Bill is not my character, but do I like the blue streak being lined or does that draw away from it? Eh, maybe I'll just have the blue lines by where the highlight is. I compromise. And I have to do that for the red parts. Blue streak in your hair, no stress now. My Sona does canonically like the blue streaks in his hair get more present when he's like stressed out. This is partially due to the fact that my like genetics, like my family goes gray like very early. Um so even though we have established that I'm not old, I got my first gray hair when I was 18 and I do have a few gray hairs. So that's kind of also like me incorporating that into my Sona a little bit. Stressed Out is the name of a 21 Pilot song, and I actually know that one, which is rare for me to know a 21 Pilot song. Ooh. Baby daddy, promethazine, and little 7 Up. That song lyric was my Discord status for like a month. I love Viagra Boys. Shakes hands, I got my first gray hair at 17. Yeah, man. The cracks on the wings are so good. Thank you. I don't know why I do that. I was thinking of a reason to like talk about why I draw the cracks on the way. I don't know. Maybe they're like veins. Tomorrow is Friday. Today is Thursday. At least in my time zone. Oh, what will you change your status to? They are Vex Wings. My Sona is a Vex. I forget if I put the song on the regular Kyle playlist or the Bad and Kyle playlist. It might be both. The song is called Punk Rock Loser, so. God damn. I've been live for 2.5 hours. That's crazy. We probably won't get to like the background today, but honestly, thank God because I don't want to draw a background live on stream. That shit's hard. But we can at least finish the dude, the guy, you know? Got some skin. My limited life scar playlist? Probably. You know, you just reminded me that I have a public limited life scar playlist that I made when I was particularly insane about him. And that's crazy that you actually listened to it. I hope you liked it. I I really like showing people showing people my music. It's why I was so joyous when Ghost and E listened to my whole playlist that I had sent them. And like once like I know my friends' music tastes, when I will try to like recommend songs to them that like I know they will like. If I am your friend and I am showing you a song, I am showing you the song because I am confident you will like it. I once made Lou. I found out that me and Lou Driflu had similar music tastes, so I went and I made like an entire. I called it the Luzik playlist, and I just filled it with a bunch of songs that I had that like based on what I knew about his music taste, like songs that I thought he would enjoy, and he liked it, and he made me one back. So there's the Luzik and there's the Tiblis. You made very good progress. Thank you. I might have cooked with this a little bit. Like I was saying earlier, uh I'm not always super confident in my thumbnails. Mainly like composition wise, I just feel like it's very tricky to find like a good eye-catching storytelling composition. Um but I like the way this looks. Sorry, it's you know I'm proud of it when I'm actively out here being like this looks good. I never say that. I am my own worst enemy, like the song. Wait, I'm gonna leave this line black so you can see the leg more clearly. Did Peep it just meep? He did. I looked at the microphone to see if it picked up his meep. I didn't think it got picked up, but yeah, Peep it was meeping. I think he just used his litter box. Peep it has been so joyous lately. He's found a really nice new spot on this like fluffy white blanket that's on the couch. And I like when he sits there because he has like little white mitten feet. Um, so he kind of blends in with the fluffy blanket, and it's really awesome. It's a spotty spot. I'm always saying this. Dude, I miss Monster of the Week because you can see my freaking Peepit in the background. Because we play Monster with our webcams on, and you can often see my Peepit. My Peepit is what I call my cat, by the way. If you're unfamiliar with my shenanigans, his name is Jupiter, like the planet, and it quickly devolved from Jupiter to Jupy to Peepy to Peepit. So I'm also excited for Monster of the Week. But I'm still fun. When you said litter box, I thought it was a fish. You thought I had a fish that went Rawr! I love fish. I used to have fish as a kid. My favorite fish is the barracuda. My fact. Barracuda's cool. You didn't hear it. Gotcha. I didn't think that the microphone picked up my cat making a noise, but someone in chat said that they heard it. I don't know what I would name a fish if I had one. Someone in chat, it was me. Yeah, well I know, but I didn't know if other people also heard it. Dude, the Kyle fish. Can I be so real with you? The other day on Artimators, I was gathering tropical fish for something, and I found a fish. I didn't need this color fish, but I found a fish that was red and black, and so I did keep it and name it Kyle fish and put it in my house. Okay, all that's left. Let's add some eye highlights, and then let's do like a simple shading layer. Can you send me a screenie of the Kyle fish? You would say this. Yes. Do I like circle highlights or do I like the line? I kind of like the line highlights better, I think. I feel like it kind of flows better with the action of like he is falling and dying. God forbid I like your OC. I like that you like my OC. Thank you. I have to go to bed, but it was super fun to chill. Thank you for hanging out. I'm gonna wrap up soon anyway. But thank you for hanging. I think I want to do like a simple shading layer on this. I think it would be appropriate considering the he's gonna be like falling. This is like if you guys haven't seen, actually don't need this. This is this is what we're going for. I might move him around a little bit because I feel like it's too empty on the right hand side. But this is me falling. So I feel like shading would be good. So usually if I'm just doing simple shading, I'll honestly just like use like a blue color and then just kind of like play around with the filters and the opacity until I am satisfied. If I can be so real. I don't know any good shading techniques. No, I don't need shading. The art is so good. Thank you. This is one of my more. I'm proud of this one. I think this one looks good. I just need to make sure I don't mess up the background. There's a train going by. Apologies if you hear it. Dude, when I go back to streaming Minecraft, as long as I have to check once I look at the VOD and make sure that I did the separate audio tracks good. The freaking trains. Can I help you? Okay. Well, like I'm speaking, but it's fine. I actually forgot what I was saying. Oh, the VOD tracks. I would like to continue to play Spotify during streams. I need to make sure I did it right. I figured Artstream was also a good time to test if I did the separate VOD tracks right, because I know people enjoy having like the Artimators streams on VODs, and I would feel bad if I had done an Artimator stream and then I wasn't able to save the VOD, because that did happen once, and I knew people were asking where it was. So the song is also by Iguana Death Cult, by the way. They've come up a lot. They're like one of my favorite bands. Don't know if I've said it, but yeah. I know it looks weird right now. I'm gonna be playing around with filters and stuff. This is like my most simple of shading styles. Is just like a solid layer and then just kind of playing around. Does the guy blush blue or is it just the hands and ears? I've actually been asked this before. I think I would like to think that he blushes blue. Maybe Vex blood isn't red, maybe it's like teal, and that's cool. But I've also drawn him bleeding and it was red, so I actually don't know. My inconsistency. I just think the blue blush looks cool. Bumbles, do you know Fits in the Tantrums? I love Fits in the Tantrums. But more so their older albums. I don't really listen to their newer albums. Where'd the idea for your character come from? It's honestly my Sona is pretty similar to my how I look in real life. Which people can attest to now because I went to TwitchCon and everyone was like, "You look like your Sona," and I was like, "Thanks." Besides the obvious being, I don't have a blue streak. I do not have horns. I do not have pointy ears. I do not have wings. Everything else is pretty much fair game though. I the Vex part, the blue stuff, he's based on a Minecraft Vex, which is my favorite mob as well. They're cool, and they're my favorite color, and they're like demon angels, and I think demons and angels are cool. So yeah. So like yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, out of all those, you could get a blue streak. It's true. People were asking me at TwitchCon like why I hadn't thought to like dye my hair streak blue or get like a headband with horns on, and I was like, man, I really should have. I'm sure I would have been a lot more recognizable if I had done that. I just honestly, I was ready to get recognized a whole like 3 to 5 times at TwitchCon. I was not expecting the sheer number of like people that knew who I was to like approach me, which was amazing. I will try to have a cool headband or something for next year. It would not be hard to like procure a headband with horns on it that are that are blue. I'd have to paint them. I don't know if they make blue horn headbands. I think they only make red. Oh my god, hi Peanut! And hi Stellar! Oh my god, first time chatters, hello. Thank you for hanging out. We're drawing my latest thumbnail for Life Count, which is a limited life series that I'm in. And I fell this episode. So we're drawing me falling. We're wrapping up though. I'm gonna get the shading to somewhere that I'm happy with it, and then it is getting kind of late, so yeah. But I had to do this tonight anyway, so might as well stream. Where's my shading layer? Here it is. I know where my shading layer is. I think this song is also on a Kyle. No, I think this is on the Kyle and Edie playlist. There's also a song on this album called Apple Tree, which I I have shown Bax because his character has a association with apples. His character's name is Eden, so I guess there's some apple symbolism going on there. Who's to say? I'm actually like if a guy didn't know like anything about the Bible, TBH, but Edie is cool as hell. I'm just not super familiar with the stories. Also, thank you for the follow. You thought this guy was Phil the whole time? The guy that looks like my ping tuber and all of my emotes? No, but we do get confused a lot. In fact, there is a point that I keep in Life Count episode 4 when E does call me Phil. Miss Kitey. Hi to be first time watcher, nice art. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are working on a thumbnail for my next YouTube video. Just about wrapping up though. Okay, so I've blocked it out, and now what I do is I kind of just go through like the different filters and see what I fuck with. Like zoom out as well because it's a thumbnail, so I like to look at it from like kind of not far away, but like if it was small. Like I think that looks fine. The overlay. It automatically makes it lighter over like the skin tones. True, I'm saying. Thank you. Just I hope that we never know that about all the friends I left behind. The ones who stay up late at night screaming out their shattered minds. Okay. Oh, does the text to speech not play to stream? Oh no. I was able to hear it. You know what? That might be my audio tracks are different because I have the Spotify thing on. I'll have to look into that. My apologies. Dad walked in. Oh shitter, dad walked in. Money wasted. It was not wasted. I heard it. Alright. I think we'll call it there. We lined and colored and shaded the whole guy, and he looked kind of good. It's all good. One just yeah, no, thank you. I didn't notice. Overlay filter works pretty well, 95% of the time. It's true. I don't want to go crazy with the shading because, like I said, it's for a thumbnail. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna call it there. Thank you all so much for hanging out for first art stream in like 2 years. I'm so grateful that it was so successful. Um, hopefully there should be a VOD up of this. If there isn't, you'll know why. Audio track separating did not work, but it should if there is a god. Let's see if there's anyone that I can raid. Oh, Irian is streaming. Irian is our fellow Artimator. He is currently streaming Split Fiction, which I don't know what that is, but everyone go tell our fellow Artimator that we said hi. We have a Twitch team now for the Artimators, and it's really freaking awesome. Hold on. Am I writing? I need to make sure I am spelling his name right. No, I didn't spell it right. Hold on. No, I totally spelled it right. Hold on. Everybody hold on. Do I not do the at? Yes, okay. It works. Yeah, okay. Again, thank you so much for hanging out, everyone, for art stream. Hopefully, we will be back doing more art streams in the future. Although I'll probably be streaming Minecraft next time. But yeah, hope everyone has a good night. Thank you for hanging out. Tell Irian we said hi. Hello. I mean, not hello. Bye. I'm tired.